Hello, my gorgeous souls. I am Lady Stars on Fire, and this is the weekly healing messages for September 10th through the 17th. I got a lot to say and a very little amount of time to do it, and I am doing things differently. I was told this week to go and actually purchase my dragon cards and then give them to you tonight, and along with that, I'm not giving you the rune cast at this point, but I will tell you universally I am being given from Spirit the number 4. And for me, that typically means this has to do with universal law, and universal law cannot be changed. You must work with universal law and your manifestation to make it work for you. And remember, it takes patience because universal law has its own time and skill about how it does things. Remember that. With that being said, I was given the pink dragon first and foremost for this week. The pink dragon speaks to us of preparing your chakras and embody of higher love. I am being told with that, understand with all of this, energy that's been shifting with the planets, coming out of retrograde, some of them, moving forward, Venus going into shadow with, one planet jumping signs, another one, all the stuff that's been going on. Basically, we are being told through the pink dragon to remember, for one, to love yourself, to take some patience and take some pampering for yourself, because your chakras are being calibrated. You, my love, are being calibrated. We are moving into a higher ascension, and in order to do that, you have to be calibrated. So we're moving into a new calibration of love, but it's not quite prepared and ready for us yet. So we're cleaning out all of those energies. Basically, that's what it has to do with. Then I am given the golden orange dragon, which speaks to us of expanding our light as ascension. Basically, like I said, this is telling us about moving forward into, actually stepping forward into, those new changes that are coming. And universal law states they're coming. So you better just deal with it, okay? It's the best thing you can do for you. Now, as I get into the astrology this week, there's so much I could go on about, and all the sextiles and the opportunities and whatnot that's kind of hidden in the astrology this week. It is there. There are so many opportunities that are there for us. However, the most important thing is the Grand Cross that is lasting all week long. But before I go into that Grand Cross, you have the moon, which is going to be moving through Libra. So it's talking about your emotional balance, your balance within your relationships, finding harmony, and it's going to be pointing out where it's not at first so that you can start to create that harmony. Then we're going to move into Scorpio, where everything becomes way more intense, point blank, way more intense. Then we move into Sagittarius as we come to the end of the week and into the beginning of next week, and it's bringing us to that higher ascension, higher knowledge. And Jupiter is still going to be magnifying it because it does rule Sagittarius. However, this is your moon energies. So I'm being also reminded on the 16th and the 17th, the moon energies are going to be challenging that Sagittarius energy, basically, your higher self. But as I get into the astrology, I could tell you the trines, I could tell you the sextiles, I could tell you all the chain reactions, but none of it makes a bit of matter, because what matters this week is the Grand Cross. And let me explain. You have Uranus and Taurus, which is still in a Grand Cross with Mars, with Venus, with, Mars and Lilith in Aquarius, Venus now in Scorpio, and the node in Leo. But let me explain this in a way that they're explaining it to me. You have Venus and you have Mars, the universal lovers. The universal lovers are not fully agreeing, okay? And they're questioning independence, individuality, uniqueness, freedom, self-worth, self-value. And they're questioning the North Node as to what it is that you need to learn in that relationship in order to move forward. What is it that's keeping the relationship from being, okay? This is the Grand Cross. The Grand Cross is tension, pulling you from Uranus to Venus to Mars, pulling you back and forth. And the universal lovers are not seeing eye to eye on how to make that, come to play. This is what this is all about. You are going to feel this intense tension this week, basically, as we move through the lesson that is there to be learned. And it does deal with your independence, your individuality, your uniqueness, your freedom. It also tends with your heightened sensitivity and birth, death, and rebirth in relationships, what their responsibilities are, as well as the outer community and how it is to deal with them. What actions are the proper actions to be taken? These are where you're going to be pulled in all sorts of directions this week. And like I said, something between 6 and 8 years ago is going to be slowly popping back up over this next month, which is helping you to see where it didn't go quite right then, so you don't do it wrong again. I love you. There are possibilities everywhere. They're just hidden in the tensions. So look for them. And it all has to do with being optimistic, remembering it's about ascension, taking care of yourself and loving yourself, as well as soulful and spiritual ideas that are coming to the surface. If you can do that, you'll be golden. I love you. Bye.